The UK records the highest number of deaths linked to coronavirus of any European country. Ministers say it's too early to compare. One of the British government's senior scientific advisers stands down after breaking social distancing rules. President Trump confirms the White House is planning to wind down its coronavirus task force, despite the high number of cases in the US.
Lights will guide you home.
Together online to fight isolation and support each other. Daily figures out of the UK show that it now has the highest official death toll from coronavirus in Europe and the second highest in the world after the US. The Foreign Secretary, Dominic Raab, said 29,427 people had now died during the outbreak, 112 people more than the latest figures out of Italy. A leading scientist in Britain has resigned from his government role after it was reported that he broke the lockdown rules that he'd argued for. A newspaper reported that a woman who doesn't live with Professor Neil Ferguson visited him twice at his home during lockdown. As the US death toll surpasses 70,000, President Trump said the White House coronavirus task force would be wound down as the country moves into the second phase of dealing with the outbreak. And in England and Wales, new figures from the Office for National Statistics show that care home deaths involving the virus increased by more than a third in the week ending the 24th of April, meaning a total of nearly 6,000 care home deaths up to that date. The new smartphone app released by NHS England with the aim of tracing the spread of coronavirus has been made available on the Isle of Wight off the coast of southern England. It's all part of a trial for easing the lockdown. Airbnb is cutting nearly 1,900 jobs as it battles with a downturn in the global travel industry. That's about 1/4 of the company's workforce. The firm, which connects homeowners with renters, says revenues this year will be about half what they were in 2019. Virgin Atlantic is cutting 3,000 jobs in the UK and ending its operations at London's Gatwick Airport as the travel industry battles with the coronavirus fallout. The company's founder, Sir Richard Branson, has warned the airline will collapse unless it receives government support.
The first groups of students are returning to a school in China's Hubei province, the epicentre of the global pandemic. Students who have exams coming up this summer are the first to head back there. They've all had to take a coronavirus test before returning, and there will be measures to ensure social distancing, including partitions in the school canteen.
Germany is expected to announce a further relaxation of lockdown restrictions today when Chancellor Angela Merkel meets state leaders. The country's been in lockdown for 6 weeks, but there's growing pressure to reopen the economy as the infection rate continues to fall.
Climate experts are saying the pandemic will result in the biggest decline in carbon emissions ever recorded.
They say that the drop in the use of fossil fuels could be 6 times bigger than that recorded during the financial crisis in 2008. A major conservation charity has warned that the 30 years of progress they've made in Africa could be undone very quickly by Covid-19.
The chief executive of Tusk, an organisation supported by Prince William, has told the BBC that the pandemic has seen a rise in animal poaching. I went Donald Tusk there, it's more Tusk, isn't it?